for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Y después de esta introducción, aquí estamos en el Red Dead Redemption 1, la versión de PC. Vamos a empezar esta pequeña serie. No sé de cuántos capítulos va a ser, pero yo espero que sean bastantes, y que esto reciba el apoyo suficiente. Así que, bienvenidos a todos. Vamos a empezar con esto. Y vamos a empezar con las primeras misiones. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! Se cayó este mae. Hey mae, andas borracho. ¡Oh! 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 Empezamos bien el juego, miren, miren. ¡Oh! 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 Se cayó el hombre, ayúdenlo. Entramos a la cantina, vamos a ver qué nos encontramos aquí. Opa. El viejo ahí con la señorita, no hombre. No, es un crack, weón. Jake, el perro.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Nos vamos a caballo. Como la época de la bananera, ¿o cómo es? ¿Ah?
Thank you kindly.
Wow. No hemos ni empezado y ya la estamos cagando. A ver, pásale. Pásale, caballero. No hemos ni empezado y ya la voy cagando.
You
¿Cuál es
ain't
mi
gonna
caballo?
find sturdier horses than these in all of New Orleans.
Este.
Is that
Sí, porque el
right?
otro va para este caballo.
I've got to go see the physician at
Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Ok.
Whoa!
Wow, wow, wow. No vaya a ser que nos atropelle aquí el tren, weón. Ay, man. Se volvió. Eso es raro. Ah, por cierto, estoy jugando esto en gráficos
That's
a
right.
lo máximo. Al máximo que se podía. Tampoco se le puede exigir mucho a un
Who said
a un
I was
juego
a
de
decent fella?
It's been abandoned for
2009,
years now.
2010.
Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they
Ahí va
leave?
el tren.
Well, I ain't entirely sure.
Por ahí tiene que ir mi
I
abuelo,
heard they
mi
had to go
tatarabuelo.
up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like
What?
I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serena back to. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Hey, ¿qué le hizo, madre? Para que no sean amigos. Desde hace mucho tiempo.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot
Armadillo.
worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Ah, muy chistoso, mi abuelo, weón. Jue puta. Mi abuelo es chistoso, ah.
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
Oh,
right.
pero ¿qué es esto? El caballo mío va borracho, weón. Oa. ¿Para dónde va con este hijo de puta caballo? Pero.
You ain't ready.
Uy, ma.
Nope.
I'm just
Uy,
chewing
uy,
the
uy.
dog, mister. That's how I am.
A
I
la
don't mean
madre,
nothing by
güey.
it.
Puta, no saqué la
There's
licencia,
things you
weón.
better off not
Ya va a
knowing.
venir el tráfico a quitarme el caballo, man. Por no tenerlo ni con RITV. Nada de esos varas al día. Qué hijo de puta,
I'll
man.
tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do.
¿Cómo, man? No,
Not
hombre, vean,
far
ahí
now,
está.
Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this
Ahí
hill.
está el pobrecito, man. Pues si era algo o alguien, ¿no? Lo va a laciar a esa persona.
Gio.
Mire las ruinas, man. Mire
Listen,
las
mister.
ruinas.
This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
Está como las ruinas, no queda ni mierda.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Chistosito el hombre, va. Es que este mae desayunó pírula de payaso. Bueno, a ver, acerquémonos. A ver qué. A ver. Opa. Upe. Decía el hijo de puta es. Ya va a llamar. Está así como viendo a ver qué se le roba primero.
Bill, I've come for you. Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Ah, no,
Nobody
mae, pero
needs
no
to
vamos
kill
a la
anyone,
violencia.
Bill.
You must
Uy,
think
my.
I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Ah, o sea, que sea tonto. Que si los más se tiraron un
Bill,
puente, pues este chaval
I
también se
implore
tiraron
you
un puente.
think about this.
Estaba así yo.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are...
You'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Miss.
Ahí sí se la
Sí,
aplicó la
I
doña.
have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Muy bien. Esa parece que es nuestra casita, ¿no? Y sí. Todavía no puedo guardar partida, ¿ah? No. Bueno, vamos entonces a la casa de Bonnie. A ver qué. Salto aquí, papi. Esta madre no conoce mis técnicas.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Así es.
Figured it's about time I started paying back
Y ahora
that
me lo voy a
$15.
coger. No, me
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
caballos. ¡Oh! ¡Ja! ¡Hey, mami! Ya, tonto, mae.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss
Y
McFarlane.
eso es nuestro caballo, imagino.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride
El
a
otro
horse.
caballo rojo, man, es que está en negro.
Come on,
Nada
time for
personal,
you to
pero
see what
sí
a
se
real
va.
ranch looks like.
En fin. Mae. Para los que se preguntaban qué componentes tengo un Core i3 de cuarta generación, un 4170, una GTX
To your right is the general
750 Ti
store.
2
You won't
GB
find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
y
Very
16 GB de
convenient.
memoria
I don't
RAM.
think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Giddy up!
Oh, tampoco se me ponga encima.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
Está bonito, sí, un peso
I'm
zapote.
no expert, but
Como
it
un
certainly
corral.
looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Yo me voy como por esta orillita. No queremos que nada le pase al caballito.
Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just
Oh, que nos vamos contra el árbol, weón.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Whoa! Well, are we going inside?
Ah, no, hombre. Ya anda el ligoteador, como. ¿Quién es este
How about a
don
cold
Nicanor?
drink, Mr.
Ah,
Marston?
tira.
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Pues muy bien. Se quedó
Mr.
dormido el man.
Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I wanna see
Hijo de
just who is
puta, ya la
trespassing
primer
on our
pistola.
land.
Bueno, ya que
It's a
conseguimos
fine
así
weapon.
gratis. No
Come,
es
let's head out.
el
The country is really
revolvercito.
beautiful at around this time.
Muy bien.
Come on, then. Let's mount up
Carabina de
and take a look
repetición.
around.
Mi caballo, weón, ve, no lo tengo, weón. Ve la vara. Mae, qué putas. Mi caballo, weón, se soltó. Qué vara más loca, mae. El caballo mío se soltó, el hijo de puta, y
Let's
empezó a
go.
hacer de las
Keep
suyas.
your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Ok.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel
Ey,
a lot
ahí
happier
estamos
now I got a
ya.
rifle.
Cuando menos se lo
Well, with your
espere,
trigger
mae.
itch and my feminine intuition, we
Esta
should
doña
make
se la
quite a
van
team.
a hacer, pero... se la van a hacer bien... Vamos a ver qué tal, mae.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again.
Conejos.
Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Whoa there! You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these at the top. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. Them rabbits didn't stand a chance.
Oh, se me descontroló el caballito, se descontroló el caballito. Cuidado.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
Ajá.
If it's not the
Por ahí quedó
rustlers
el otro
stealing our
conejo.
cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals!
Come on.
Hurry! I bet they're going straight for the chicken coop. That coyote won't be back.
That's a good kill.
Yes, you got one! Nice shot!
Ah, este input que me llevo, man.
Let's go.
¿Te queda otro?
Easy now!
¡Ve esa madre cómo se bugueó! ¡Qué putas! Ahí está, muerto. ¿Cómo se bugueó esta madre,
Got rid of
bro?
the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens.
Ay, yo ahí
Let's
veo
go.
4,
I'll take you
weón.
back to your room.
Así que... Si me hayan salvado todos, está raro.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had
No
a
solo
little
con ese
experience
rifle.
in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure
okay.
appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Muy bien. Y guardamos el
Thank you for
caballito.
your help, Mr. Marston.
Ahí queda.
Makes me kind of happy I saved
Con
your life.
alarma y todo.
Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Hello there.
Ah, esta es la casita al final. Nos la quedamos. Sí, mae. Yo pedí una casa, mae. En un palacio. Weón. Esto es un verdadero palacio. Aquí, mae, no tiene lo básico. Su mesita de noche. Su cama con una silla. Nivel actual del Dead 1 de 3. Hasta tiene unas herramientas aquí, mae. De vez en cuando, mire, una cocina. No, hombre, esto va bien equipado. Y vean, un cofre. Aquí, mira, podemos abrirlo. Cofre del tesoro. 12 balas de revólver. Hijo de puta. Ah, es que mira, ya está. Puedo salir por aquí. Pensé que eran esas típicas puertas de horno. Y vamos a guardar partida, mae. A ver qué. Para terminar con este primer capítulo, mae. Ahí estuve medio probándolo, mae. Para ver cómo me iba y todo. Entonces, pues bueno. Para terminar con este primer episodio. Así que está bueno. Este fue el primer capítulo del Red Dead Redemption 1. Entonces espero que les haya encantado este capítulo. Ya saben lo que tienen que hacer básicamente. Y nos vamos a... Uy, se ve un poco peor. Y nos vamos a ver en la siguiente. Con mucho más y mejor en el capítulo siguiendo este modo historia del Red Dead Redemption 1. Así que nos vemos.